Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a very trendy video that everyone is doing, but I'm really wanting to jump on this trend, so it's happening. But we are going to be doing the iOS 14 update, setup, tips, tricks, all that jazz video. And I'm really excited because I've only had the update for a couple of days and I really love it. I wanted to share what my phone looks like, how I set it up, the tips and tricks that everyone is sharing, just to put it out there in case this is the first time you've seen them, and yeah, just share what mine looks like. So before we get started, thank you so much for finding my channel. I really hope you stick around. I have cats that like to meow when I'm filming. I make vlogs, teaching content, lifestyle content, and I really love doing this. So please subscribe if you want to see videos all the time. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram. I am loving posting on Instagram right now, so check it out if you haven't already. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is how do you get the iOS 14 update. And so it is very simple. I feel like a lot of us will know how to do it. So if you just go to your settings app and you go to general and then software update, it will be there waiting for you to install. Mine is up to date, so it's not there. So you just hit install, make sure your phone is plugged in, and it will do it all on its own. So that's how you find the iOS 14 update. Okay, so before we get into how I made my screen and everything, I wanted to kind of show you around my setup. So at the top I have Instagram, YouTube, YouTube Studio, Pinterest. I have a little widget that tells me if I have any events or anything I want to get done. To be honest, I haven't really updated it, so it just says nothing, but I'm going to start using it more. In the middle is just a calendar, what the day is, and then on the bottom I have this really cute quote that I saw on Instagram, and then Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, LifeSum, which is an app to like track what you're eating and your workouts and things. And then at the bottom, of course, I have calling, messaging, photos, and Lightroom, which is what I use to edit my pictures. That is everything that I have on my home page, and I only have one page on my update just because I want it to be simple. I only put the apps that I click on every day on the front, which is mostly social media, but that's what I spend time doing when I'm on my phone, so I'm not going to hide that from myself. And just some really cute little widgets that I made, and I'm going to show you how to make them today. Oh my goodness, hello. Little pet break. Oh, you don't want that? Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do after your phone updates is to declutter it. So you're going to go to all your apps on your home page and pick out the ones that you click on every single day or which ones you want on your home page. And all of the other crazy random apps that we all have on our phones from months and years ago, we are now going to be able to store them without deleting them. So when you go onto your phone, you're going to pick an app that you don't want on your homepage. So I'm going to pick the podcast app. You're going to hold it down and you're going to hit edit home screen. And then on the little minus button, you're going to click on it, and it's giving you three options: delete the app, move to the app library, which is what we're going to do, or cancel in case you hit the wrong one. So when you delete the app, it's gone forever or until you re-download it. But moving an app to the app library is actually going to hide the app from your home screen, but you still have access to it whenever you want to. So I'm going to hit move to app library. I'm going to do the same with my OneDrive. And now that page is clear and I'm back to just having one page. So when you're finished decluttering, your apps are going to end up in the app library. So to find the app library, you're going to swipe to the right, and all of your apps are listed out in little categories that self-populate, and you can find your apps one of two ways. You can search for them and then they're listed alphabetically, every app that's on your phone, or the phone sorts them in whatever they think that app's category is. So if you want to find an entertainment app, I would click on entertainment, and then all of my entertainment apps pop up that the phone thinks are entertainment, and I can pick one. Or I can go to travel, and all of my travel apps will pop up, which is awesome. So those are the ways that you can store your apps out of the way, most of the ones you're not going to use every single day, to get that aesthetic that you want. What you need to do is just declutter all of your apps until you get just the ones you want on your home screen. So that is the very first step. Okay, so once you've finished decluttering all of the apps and you know which apps you want to save, it's time to pick an aesthetic. So for me, I love rainbow, but I love pastel rainbow. If you've seen my classroom setup video, you will know that my classroom is very rainbow and I love it so much. But I also really like neutrals because I feel like I want my house to be kind of neutral. So find an aesthetic that you really want. And for me, what I did is I went on Pinterest and I searched the kind of aesthetic I wanted and then put iPhone in it so I would get a wallpaper. So I found my wallpaper under minimalist wallpaper, iPhone, pastel. And then you can scroll and see all these beautiful wallpapers under your aesthetic that you want. And to save a wallpaper from Pinterest, all you're gonna do is click on the link and then the 3 little white dots you're gonna click and it says download image, and then it is saved to your camera roll. So once you find the wallpaper you want, go ahead and download it, put it as your background, and that's going to be the basis of the aesthetic that you want on your iPhone. So my wallpaper, let's see if I can show you. My wallpaper is really simple. It is just this neutral cream tan color with a tiny little rainbow in the corner, and it's simple. I can easily see all my apps, and because it's so neutral, I can add color, and it's not too much to look at least for me. So that is the aesthetic that I went with. So I really love that background. So once you find your background, set it, and then now you'll know the colors and the aesthetic that you're going for on your iPhone wallpaper. Okay, so the next step is to make the widgets. And so I'm gonna show you how I made the calendar widget and the picture widget, just because I feel like those are ones that I have seen a lot of people use, is to make a picture and to make a calendar. So you're gonna find this app called Widgetsmith. So when you go to the App Store, you're just gonna type in Widgetsmith, and it looks just like this. It's just a black background with a blue square, and that is what you're going to download. So I already have it downloaded, and this is how I made the widget. So when you open it up, it's gonna have default ones made. These are just the ones I've made. And you can make a small widget, a medium widget, or a large widget. So to make the calendar, I hit add medium widget, and then I click on the widget itself. And then it says default widget. You could save it, but if you click on it again, you can edit it. So the widgets have all of these different things you can choose. You can choose time, date, custom, calendar, reminder, weather, health, tides, astronomy, all these different things. So to make the calendar, I went to the date area and I picked the calendar setup that I liked the most, which was this one right in the corner. So once you pick the design that you want, you go down to font, and it gives a lot of different font options. My favorite is the New York font. I'm obsessed with the New York, but it also looks super professional, super crisp, easy to read. So then after you pick the font that you want, you're gonna go to tint and pick the text color. So I picked white and then the background color. Now they have a lot of different background choices, and this is where you're gonna have to pick one that matches your aesthetic. So for me, loving pastel, I just picked the pale pink. And then once you finish that, the last thing you're gonna choose is if you want a border color around your widget. And so I picked white, but there is an option to not have one. So if you don't want a border, you don't need to have one. And then that is all of the choices. So then you're gonna go back to medium 2. That's what I don't really want to rename them, so I just let it default the name, but you can tap to rename at the top and put in your own name. But so once you've made it, you're just going to hit save, and now it's in your widgets board. So when you go back to your home screen, it's not automatically there. So this is how you add it to your home screen. You're going to hold down an app and hit edit home screen. In the corner, there's going to be a little plus button, so you're going to hit plus, and you're going to scroll all the way down to Widgetsmith at the bottom. So you're going to click on Widgetsmith, And you're gonna pick if you wanna add a small widget, a medium, or a large. We just need a medium one. So I'm going to click medium, and then you're gonna hit add widget. And if you want to change your widget, so it just picked the one that I made first, which is the exact same one. But if you hold it down, you can hit edit widget, and it'll let you pick which widget you want to have. So you can pick medium 1, medium 2, whichever you want it to be. And then you can hold it down and move it to wherever you want it to go. And that is how you make the medium widget. Okay, so to make the picture widget, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to Widgetsmith. My cat just made a very loud noise. You're gonna go back to Widgetsmith and you're going to pick the size of the widget you want to make. So I'm gonna show you how I made my small widget that says how to have a happy day. So I'm gonna add small widget, just like the medium one. You're gonna click on it, click on the default, and then when you get to this screen, you're gonna click photo, and then it's gonna let you pick a photo from your camera roll. So let's pick a picture we haven't seen yet. Let's pick these flowers, and then it's just gonna set it for you. And you're gonna go back to the name of it and save it. Making a photo is super easy because it only lets you pick a photo. You can't add a border, you can't add text. So find photos that you want that match your aesthetic. Maybe you can find a motivational quote like I did, maybe just a simple picture if your background is super plain. So you can play around with that, pick whatever you want. So a reminder again on how to add the widget to your home screen. You're gonna hold down your screen, then hit add, scroll all the way to the bottom, find the Widgetsmith, and we just made a small widget, so we're gonna add a small widget. And see, it popped up as the first widget that I made, which was the reminders widget. So you're gonna hit done, hold it down and hit edit widget. Click on the name and pick the one you want. So we just did small number 3. And now the flowers are there and I can move them. I can add them to other parts of my screen and just completely customize it. So that is how you add widgets and make them to add to your home screen. Like I said, there's so many different kinds of widgets you can make. I didn't add that many because I wanted to fit everything on one page. So if you want to spread things out, you can add as many widgets as you want and just have fun with it. This is like totally a creative thing, and I really loved being able to like create how my phone screen now looks. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to add pictures to the front of your icons or of your apps. And so this is apparently something that we could have been doing for a while on the iPhone, but I think with this coming to light and people really trying to find creative ways to make their phone look aesthetic or to the vibe that they want, it has really become something that people are now doing. So I'm going to show you how I made mine. So what I did is you can do one of two things. You can just find a picture to cover an app with, or I made my icons on an app called Canva. So let me show you how I did it. So Canva is an editing app. It's also a website that you can download. Oh my gosh, that's not how things work. It's a website you can go to or an app that you can download, and you can have a free account. I have a free version. So like I said, you can have a free Canva account, and the easiest way that I found to make these is to go to the Instagram post option because it's square just like an app is. And so I clicked on blank because I made these from scratch. So you can tap and edit the background color. You can literally pick any color that you want with whatever shade. So let's do this shade. And then you can go to images and you can really have fun with it. You can maybe put a little circle. So maybe this you want. Oh gosh, it just disappeared from me. So now I have a little circle background, and then I can search maybe Instagram, and you could find an Instagram icon, just like that, whatever you want it to be. So what I did is I went on Google and I would search whatever the icon was. Maybe it was Instagram icon PNG, and when you write PNG behind it, it turns the picture you want into a transparent image. So if I clicked on it, you can see in the corner that those are transparent. So for me, I also wanted them to all be white, so I would type white after it. And so I found one that worked for me. Okay, so let's say I wanted to use this one. I would just add to my photos, and then on Canva, I picked the background color. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that app. So I'll go to my camera roll, I'll find the picture, and I have to say that using Canva is a lot easier on the computer, I have found, but I would just add it in, drag it to the size I want, and then whenever it's done, you're just gonna save it to your camera roll so you have the image. And now it's time to cover your app. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna search for this app called Shortcuts, and so I've made a bunch of shortcuts because I have some apps on my home screen. So you're going to go ahead and hit Add Shortcut, Add Action, and we're gonna go to Scripting, and then you're gonna find the app you want to cover. So in this case, I think I chose Instagram, so let's find Instagram. And then you're gonna hit these three little buttons, hit Add to Home Screen, and then you wanna name it because this is what's gonna show up on your home screen. So I'm gonna name it Insta. And then right next to Insta in that little square, you're gonna hit that and then hit Choose Photo. We're gonna pick our Canva photo, choose. And then you're gonna go ahead and add it, hit Done, and then go to your home screen and it's there. Okay, so I know that this picture kind of was a little bumped up, but if you use Canva on your computer, it is way easier. So once I have that, I can click on it and it'll take me right to Instagram, which is awesome. So then you can cover all of your apps. So I've covered all of mine and they all work. If I wanted to go to Instagram with this, it would work. If I wanted to go to my photos, I would go to my photos. If I wanted to go to Lightroom, it would take me right to Lightroom. So just play around with it and it's super easy to use and to make an app cover. Okay, so now that you've made your whole iPhone screen and your aesthetic and you're really loving it and it looks beautiful and perfect, I'm now going to show you some of the really cool features that are now with iOS 14. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the back tap option, and I know a lot of people have been talking about this because it's super awesome. So the back tap option gives you the opportunity to tap the back of your phone 2 or 3 times and then it does an action. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're first going to want to go to your settings, go down to accessibility, touch, and then at the bottom there's back tap. Now you can pick something for each, the double tap and the triple tap. So for you click on the double tap and you find something you want it to do. So you can have it do something in your system. I selected take a screenshot. You could have it do something to help you access things, scrolling, or finding apps that maybe I selected screenshot. So when I double tap the back of my phone, I'm going to show you, it takes a screenshot. So this is so easy for me because I love screenshotting things that I see on Instagram or outfits that I want to buy or things my mom sends me that I need to remember, and I screenshot them and then it's just automatically saved. And so that's something I really, really love, that I can take a really quick screenshot by just double tapping the back of my phone and I don't even have to think about it. Now, you can make the same setting for the triple tap. So if you go back to the back tap page and you hit triple tap, it gives you all the same choices and you can pick a new one. So I picked Instagram. So if I triple tap my phone, it takes me right to Instagram, and I think that is just so, so amazing. So that is a really cool feature that I love, is the back tap and the triple tap. Some other really cool features that I have noticed that I really like are, one of them is that, so when you go to the right, you have the app library. We've talked about that. But if you go to the left, just like on the old version, it was kind of like a widgets board, but you can edit this just like you can with your home screen. So if you hold it down, You can add a new one. You can add widgets over here. So you can add, some of them will be apps that they suggest. So maybe I want to add the weather. And I can pick small, medium, or large. I'm going to pick medium. And there it is on my little dashboard over here. And I can move it to my home screen, back over here. I can move it to the top, wherever I want it to go, which I think is awesome. One of the widgets that it lets you pick is called a smart stack. Now again, you can pick whichever size you want. So I picked the medium. I already have it on here, but I'll do a new one to show you. So now that you have a smart stack, there's little dots on the side and you can scroll through different apps on your phone that have widgets. So if you didn't want to have a whole big space to have a bunch of different ones, you could literally just scroll all the way through. And so I think that one is super cool because it minimizes having like 6 different widgets. You can have one large one and look at all these different types of things whenever you need to access them. Really love that feature. One feature that I thought was really cool is that you can edit on your messages and you can pin people on your messages. So if I wanted certain people to be at the top of my messages, I could just pin them and they would come to the top. And that way you never have to scroll to find their messages. They're always going to be at the top, and then you can click and go ahead and just start messaging them right away. So one last option that I think is really cool, on the messaging at least, is that you can reply to specific texts. So my family texts each other all the time, and my mom sent this really cute picture of their cats. And so if you hold it down, just like you would if you wanted to like heart it or like it or whatever, you can hit reply now, and you can reply just to this picture. So I'm gonna write, so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Cute. And then I'll send it, and it'll show up as a reply to that picture. And I think that is so cool. So if you were in a group text and there was a lot going on and you wanted that one person to know that you were responding to them from 5 messages before, that is a really cool feature. So that is everything that I have discovered about the iOS 14 update. Now you've seen how my phone is looking, how I've, designed my home screen, my aesthetic. I really love this update. If you want to update your phone, please do it. I think it's really cool, and I really hope you like it too. Go ahead and comment below what your favorite feature has been on the iOS 14 update if you have it, and if not, comment what you're really excited to try out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really loved making it. I hope you all are really enjoying watching my content. I'm really loving putting it out there. There's lots more fall content coming because today is the 2nd day of fall and I'm really excited about it. But if you want to see what I do every single day, I post daily stories on my Instagram. Go ahead and check that out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I love getting to talk to you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Remember, keep spreading positivity. Bye, friends.